What's up everybody, we're back with another video. Now in today's video, I'm going to do a quick update on really just all the aquariums since I moved the cichlids into the DIY aquarium. Plus I want to talk about the piece de resistance of that aquarium, so let's go ahead and get into what everything actually looks like now. So here we are. First and foremost is the once overcrowded as heck aquarium. As we can see, all the tinfoil barbs and the silver dollars are in here. Scooter's in here, he's doing fine. Mappy's in here somewhere. I saw him, there he is. There's a little head poking out right there. They're all doing alright. The Asian Arowana is doing great. There it is. They're looking absolutely stunning. The water level's a bit low because what happened was to catch all the fish out, I had to drain this down because this holds water in it. I don't really know how well you can see that. That obviously overflows into here. To take it off so that I could move the glass that sits on top of here, just so it was easy for me to scoop some stuff out, to try and actually get the cichlids, all of the cichlids out. So obviously, as you know, the Vieja and the African cichlids have all been moved and gone into that aquarium. So when I was refilling all this stuff up, the water level, which was up till here at the time, drained this much to fill this up. So today I'm pretty much going to do a water change after this video and set this back up so it is back to its normal height. This way all the fish will have a bit more room, and that's it. There's nothing else that's going to be going into here at the time being. This main tank is for the Asian Arowana and just some fish that it can get along with that will get pretty big, will get alright. I don't have to worry about them. They're peaceful. They won't attack him. He won't attack them. All looks okay. Moving down into here, we have the two Florida guard. They're still doing alright. I'm having one issue with my local aquarium. They are redoing their entire aquarium stock. So the food that I feed them, I'm finding it really hard to find. I'm going to go check them out most likely tomorrow to see if they have got live food back in stock, because these guys don't eat live food. But up to until then, I don't really have anything to feed them on. And it's only been like 3 days since I last fed them. And these guys can go a few weeks, but I do want to grow them out really well. As you can see, this guy is super pale. He's not happy the lights are on. And I moved a lot of stuff around. They are quite stressed out, even though it has been over a week. But today I'm going to be doing a water change anyway, so hopefully that will put them at a bit of ease. Now, moving over to this aquarium, I hinted at something always being in this aquarium, and that is because simply there was something in this aquarium. Now, there is no longer anything in this aquarium because it's been moved into the larger aquarium, the cichlid aquarium, the cube tank, whatever you want to call it. So we will be checking out what fish are actually moved into there in just a bit. Firstly, I want to take a look at the parrotfish. The parrotfish is doing a lot better. He was quite beat up when he was in the other aquarium. I'm not too sure if I'm going to put him back in with the turtles, because I do think the turtles did do him some damage. He might just stay in here to keep it cycled, but I'm not too sure. But for the moment, this aquarium here and that aquarium there are more or less empty. What was going to happen was I was going to put a bunch of angelfish in here that I got from a supplier that, well, I'm not very impressed with what happened because all of them died. All 20 angelfish died. And that was definitely not my fault, because I've had fish in that aquarium, I've had turtles in that aquarium, and they have all been doing fine. It was definitely the supplier's fault, and I am very, very disappointed with that supplier. I will not be going back to them, rest assured. I will not be naming them either because, well, that's not right for me to do. In here, everyone is doing fine. They're all hungry as per usual. You know, that's just their normal thing. This guy has taken a bit of damage. I don't know if he's just been chased around or what. He's been just a bit nipped and frayed. I think it might just be because I've lowered the feeding. You can see that he has just had a few scales being knocked off. So I will be going ahead and feeding these guys. Hopefully he will be alright. I will be keeping an eye on him and moving forward. And here is the magnificent pothos at the top. That's all doing lovely. So let me go ahead and get these guys food ready, and I'm going to feed them. So everyone looks very ready to eat, so let me go ahead and feed these guys. yeah, might as well feed them before I do the water change. That way all the crap will be taken out of the water and I don't have to worry about it so much. Let's quickly take a look at everyone. So the Odoa pike, he's going for the pellets, but he's still not really eating them that well. But he did eat shrimp like 3 days ago, so he will be fine. The flagtail is eating. Okay, I scared him a bit, but he is definitely getting some munches in there. All these guys down here, no worries at all. Asian Arowana, Silver Arowana is doing just fine. Look at him, look at him. Such a beautiful fish. And yeah, everyone's doing great. So quick update on this tank actually. Set this down. So obviously I moved Marshall out of this aquarium a few weeks back, probably 3 weeks now, maybe even 4. And other than the flagtail, there's not really been any sort of aggression towards any fish. The Midas is kind of getting into its own. He's grown a lot as well. Like, don't get me wrong, he's grown a lot. The giant Gouramis grown quite a bit, but they're not really picking on too many people. I think a sort of semblance has come into this aquarium where people know where they're supposed to be. Fish know where they're supposed to go in terms of hierarchy. So nobody's actually giving anybody too much of a hard time. They're all just going out of their way to eat. There might be a bit of fin nipping and chasing, but there's no bullying going on, in the sense that nothing is straggling and suffering unnecessarily, which is quite nice. It's quite a peaceful tank now. I'm quite happy to sit here and watch it and not have to see my Paku hit the side of the tank and, you know, bang its head or whatever. It's now officially peaceful. I'm quite happy for. So that is the update on this aquarium. I'm obviously going to do a more in-depth update moving forward. It's just that today is more focused on the cichlid tank. So let me go ahead and take you there. Here we are at the cichlid tank. I already fed these guys this morning. As you can see, they've already torn out the plants. I need to go ahead and take them out. I think it was the Viejas and Spellum that did it. I'm not too sure, but I don't think any other fish would really do it. But the piece de resistance of all the fish in this aquarium, the reason why this aquarium actually got built in the first place, was for this guy. This is my original Asian Arowana, in fact. Dun dun dun. Anyways, so yeah, I had this guy back in February. This was the red-tail golden Arowana, and I got him with the Midas. I got him from Predator Aquatics with the Midas, and I've had him ever since. But what happened was, I ended up getting a super high back for a similar price, and I also got a tanning light for them. And so what I basically ended up doing was, because the 4-foot aquarium was just about the right length to put the tanning light on, I decided I was going to move him to a smaller aquarium and temporarily house him there until I had something like this built up. Because at this time, I'd also procured some glass, and I was planning on doing an aquarium like this anyways. So I was like, well, once I've done that, he can go in here. He's only been there for a few weeks to a month max. Ended up being 4 months, knowing how the aquarium hobby goes. You always get delays. But yeah, look, he's doing absolutely fine. He did, I damaged his top fin when I was trying to catch him out, but it is healing up. His colors are lovely. I don't know if you can see this, but he has like a blue shine to his thing. So I think he is a blue base, or he has a blue base. Essentially, he's not a blue base Arowana of any type. She is a normal red-tailed golden Arowana. But yeah, look, they're doing absolutely fine. Takes the top off the aquarium. You know, it's 3 feet by 3 feet. It doesn't look like it, but you know, here's my hand in comparison. It is fairly big. 3 feet by 3 feet by just under 30 inches tall. So it's a fairly large aquarium. The top segment here is dedicated to this guy. The bottom half is dominated by the cichlids, and obviously at the moment it does look quite empty. There is a lot of empty spaces, but don't forget, these guys will get quite large. The Vieja, even the African cichlids, you know, in a year or two, they will get to about 4 or 5 inches, 6 inches max. You know, you'll see them at, like, the Livingstone eye is quite a large peacock cichlid, or no, just African cichlid. And, you know, I've only had these guys for about a year. These guys are still babies. There isn't really much aggression, which is quite nice as well. It is, you know, they've also got places to hide. I do want to do it up. It's not done. It's in no way, shape, or form done. You know, there's still this clutter underneath that needs to be cleaned out. And what's going to happen is the 2 aquariums that are now empty are going to go under here, the 2-foot aquarium, the 2.5-foot aquarium. So there will be space for them to be in this room, and you'll probably see them as either quarantine tanks, or I might do the 2-foot other cube aquarium as another show tank. I'm going to do probably similar sort of setup, but different plants. And I'm probably going to have, I do want to do a small community aquarium that will be good with plants as well. So I'll look into that and do some research. Oh, so you do see a bit of aggression with the African cichlids, but that's mostly towards one another. You can see they're just fighting for territory, I think, or some sort of dominance display. But they're not really going out of the way to harass each other or to make their lives miserable. Like, you know, there's no unnecessarily extra heavily damaged fish in here, so everything is looking nice. The seams are holding up. Let's quickly walk up here. So like I said, I have added in the pothos. There is the greenhouse lid, so the arowana can't jump. This is quite a sturdy lid as well, and it sits quite snug. Usually what I do is I move this back here, like so. I don't really want to damage the plant now that it's kind of slipped further in. But I kind of like wedge it in there, and this just prevents the lips from rising up just in case the arowana does hit it, so he doesn't fall out. These guys are following me around because they think I'm going to feed them, but little do they know I've already fed them today. So these guys are not eating today. But I love this aquarium because when you first come into this room, it's such a nice experience to be able to look at an aquarium from 2 angles and it basically being the same sort of size either way you look at it. So it just depends on the view you really want to get from this aquarium, which is quite nice. But like I said, so what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to get fake plants to be putting in here because these guys are going to tear up any live plants I put in. I might, in that case, what I wanted to do is from this corner where the sand sort of dips, if you can see that, like tracing the finger, I might put a piece of wood, a nice manzanita wood, and try and like get it to arch over and sort of towards that pile of rocks and just give the fish a bit more things to swim in and out of, a bit of shelter. Like they love the sand. I really want to do shell dwellers. I really want to do shell dwellers, and I'm thinking I might do it. I might do a colony of shell dwellers like in here, and I might make some rock piles here and kind of just give them like this little front patch here, maybe a small colony of 6 of them, 7 of them perhaps, and I don't know, I think it'll be quite a nice mix up of shell dwellers, peacock cichlids. I know it's a real big mishmash, and I don't really know how well all these fish go together, but it is a trial and error sort of experiment. I mean, trying to catch these fish out is going to be such a pain in the ass if it doesn't go well, but at the same time, I mean, they look much better in this aquarium than they were in the other aquariums, and on top of that, they do seem to know what they're doing. They kind of, American cichlids leave each other, like they stay with each other. African cichlids kind of have their own thing going on, and they do swim around together, but they don't really interact and abuse each other, which is nice. And Asian Arowana, of course, just looking gorgeous by himself. So the reason why I moved him in here was just because he doesn't need tanning. He's never going to get like higher shine or anything like that, but the other Arowana will. So it didn't really matter what sort of lighting I put him in. He looks great. There's the blue shine that comes out. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start doing some water changes because I'm a day or 2 or 3 or 4, Thursday, 4 days behind on my water changes. That's because I went to Bath over the last 2 days and I had an interview today, so woohoo. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys are keeping safe, and as always, peace out.